You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrans for Black and White Sports. And as you know, on this channel, we like to keep track of ratings because it tells us a lot about what's going on in the sports world in relation to viewership and in relation to people pushing back against woke narratives. Very quickly, I am wearing the ESPN CNN shirt, the worldwide leader in woke, and you can grab this out of the merch store. I'll give you 10% off. Promo code Marxist Sucks. SUX. Yeah, we did that. So, the NFL took a hit. The NFL did take a hit over the weekend on the NFL playoff ratings. And it's important to note that the networks pulled what my 90-year-old father would like to call, they pulled a little, quote, shitty, okay? And they did that trying to, how do I put this? Embellish, prop up, inflate, maybe even falsely inflate if you want to know the truth, viewership beyond what it would have been in past years, and it didn't work. They hit a 6-year low on the NFL wildcard ratings. Okay, so there's an article from the Hollywood Reporter, and then we'll try to dig into the numbers a little deeper too. The opening round of the NFL playoffs drew a significantly smaller audience than it did a year ago. CBS drew the biggest audience of the wildcard weekend with an assist from Nickelodeon. The expanded wildcard round featured 6 games. Those 6 contests averaged 24.3 million viewers, way above the regular season average of 15.4, but also well below the comparable weekend in 2020, so last year. Excluding the 2 extra games, CBS and NBC's Sunday primetime telecast, the 4 contests that aired in the same windows as those last year averaged 25.2 million viewers, down 18% from the 30.7 million who watched the wild card games last year. Okay, so that right there tells you they were down over 5 million viewers. The biggest audience of the weekend tuned in to CBS and Nickelodeon late Sunday afternoon and drew 30.65 million viewers for their coverage of the Saints and the Bears. We know the Bears got a national following. Now, this is where it gets downright embarrassing in a lot of ways. Number one, those CBS numbers, they have 2 million viewers that are included in those numbers from Nickelodeon, okay, that broadcast on Nickelodeon. Now, NBC's Sunday night game and ABC's and ESPN's Sunday afternoon simulcast, a megacast that also included alternate feeds on ESPN2 and Freeform, they drew 24.78 million viewers, but this is where it gets pretty embarrassing, actually. Freeform, which is a Disney-owned cable network that is, it targets younger people, only drew 67,000 viewers, and ESPN2's betting feed, or betting-centric feed, only drew 92,000 viewers. Fox's late afternoon Saturday game brought in just under 24 million. NBC's Saturday primetime contest drew 21.37. CBS's early Saturday game averaged 20.09. Now, I wanted to peel back the curtain and be able to sort of look at this in comparison. Now, I'm going to tell you where the biggest hit came. That primetime Saturday game, Tampa Bay, Tom Brady, the Tom Brady game with his new team, it took a pretty good hit. it took a pretty good hit. Last year, that late Saturday game was on CBS, and it drew 31.42 million viewers. That's last year. This year, it drew 21.37 million viewers. It was down 32%. So it took a massive hit on Saturday night versus the ratings last year. And again, these networks, essentially what happened was that early Sunday game, it was shown on 4 networks: Freeform, ABC, ESPN, and ESPN2. So what you got is you got these networks that are trying to shift and add viewership by putting it on the most platforms they can possibly reach right now. And look, that's in a lot of ways, that's sort of cheating. Okay? And the ratings are still down. They're still down. And this was the lowest ratings in 6 years. This was the lowest ratings in 6 years. We know all of the different narratives, whether it's social justice or whatever, that the NFL is down on with ratings. Now, that late Sunday game last year, 35.12 million viewers. And this year, 30.65 million. But that included 2 million from Nickelodeon. Okay, so if you take Nickelodeon out, they were down 7 million viewers. But now they're trying to pull in. I know the Nickelodeon feed had a bunch of like extra graphics to it, and they were sliming players when they scored a touchdown and all kinds of things to try to reach the youth, right? So, look, the playoff ratings we knew would be bigger, but when you're down nearly 20%, and that's the lowest ratings in 6 years, something is happening in NFL. All right? Something is happening. Now, if you go across all networks, by and large, CBS is probably the one that does the best job of just sticking to sports. And because they got a lot of guys that are just all business, Boomer Esiason, Phil Simms, Jim Nance is pretty much all business. Tony Romo is great on the call. And they were still down. If you take out Nickelodeon, they were down 7 million viewers. So it's clear many of you have decided, even for the playoffs, we're not coming back. We're not coming back. Because we knew, hey, it would go up a little bit for the playoffs. But when you're down across multiple platforms you didn't have 6 years ago, or that you didn't even have last year, you wasn't using last year, they're trying to insulate themselves. Okay, and in large part, that's due to the public perception of the ratings being down, especially ESPN. They've been doing this with, they tried to save face on Monday Night Football by making sure it was on ESPN and ABC, so people that just had antennas could see the games as well, but it skewed the ratings and made the ratings look bigger versus previous years, because last year the game was only on ESPN. Pulled a little shitty, right? Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. The ratings are down almost 20%. And they're a 6-year low. That's significant. That's still going to raise eyebrows behind the scenes, executives. I mean, good God, all kinds of things are going on in the world right now. And look, many of you NFL fans have decided you're not coming back, at least for this year, and you may never come back. We got, a lot of people are just at the point where we feel like we have bigger fish to fry in the world right now. That's a fact. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.